last time on Dice Funk.
Nifyx, you're the conduit of challenge. What greater challenge could there be than uniting all the world? All we need to do is strike a fatal blow to the Yggdrasil.
I'll kill your man, and you can live in fear for the rest of your life. And that's all the payment I require once our contract is fulfilled. And should you fail to fulfill our contract, well, you already know the consequences for that.
But you could find people who are lost, right? There's a bunch of slot out there I was wondering if you could help me find.
So if you try to get the Gallarhorn and lose, you have to join the Believers. But if you get the Gallarhorn, you win, and then I'll tell my dad to help you eat the tree up real big. And you can blow the horn, and all the Nidhogs and all the world will come and they'll help you.
Yeah, but he told Callie that he could come back.
Yeah.
And so he's got to at least come back.
And then we're already at the lair. I mean,
Exactly, and it'll go on from there. Blake's not ready to leave yet.
Matilda accepts the head and lays out basically her plan. Make Nifyx the conduit of pride, which was the sin the Metatron ascribed to you in the first arc.
Yeah.
And also if you look at Nifyx's history,
To decide to go, here is my vision for how I'm gonna remodel the existence like it's Play-Doh.
only we know the truth of the situation. As far as everyone else is concerned, you will defeat the real Lady of Pain and become master of Sigil, and everyone will bow to your authority. Do this, and you shall have everything you've ever wanted.
No.
So last we left this adventure, King was presented with a possible plan to get everything he ever wanted, including stopping the war, securing political power to achieve his own ambitions, and getting revenge on the person who killed him. And his response was, no thank you, none for me.
we don't want any.
No solicitors. So I think the place we need to start is King explaining himself, although not in that room. I think we fast forward a little bit to a place where he can speak freely, which maybe back at home. I have Lloyd here, and I have Lime lined up in case we want to get her on camera, because it's been a while since we've seen her.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm gonna bust out the Lime icon. It makes us all feel better. I forgot which one I had. It's not one of the nice fan arts. It's the really creepy one from in pre-production when she was gonna be a shapeshifter.
Why wouldn't you put Lime Cat? That's a baby that's a lime.
I love this one.
You do love that little gremlin baby. That's just because it's you.
Yeah, that's how I looked as a baby.
That's how you look now.
Your blue skin's cleared up a bit, though.
All right, so I think Lloyd says to you, "Oh, King, have you completely gone off your nut?"
Nut.
No, I still have them.
Well, that's good.
Why do you ask? Did you think they went somewhere?
King, can you walk me through your thought process? I think you've probably fucked the dog on this one.
So, what part?
Oh, all of it. Why did you tell Camilla you weren't going to do her very good plan that gets you everything?
Well, I mean, because it really doesn't when you think about it.
Oh, I love to think about it. Please. Please allow me to think about it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've just kind of been thinking a lot about how I'm kind of tired of always just killing people for somebody else.
So what are you going to do, King? What happens now?
Well, I think I have to find my family.
Well, here's Lime. He just picks up Lime, and here's me. I think the polar bear you adopted is playing with the hippopotamus out in the yard. That's everybody?
Yep. Hi, sweetie. Actually, there's probably more. There's a whole bunch of other Babble spawn things that are out there, and they don't really know what's going on ever since they separated from the, what do you call it, what everybody thinks the same thing?
Hive mind.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a hive mind. It was one person split into a bunch of people. It seems like I'm split in halves, but it's a completely different concept.
Oh, well, I guess it still doesn't change that they're out there, and I could help them, and I don't have to kill all of my friends to do it, or be told to kill a bunch of people by somebody else.
No kill. Kill bad. Bad daddy.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to do that.
Can I have a sword?
No kill.
I told you, once you get older, you have to master the nunchucks first.
If there was a single character this season I would trust to have a sword, it would be Lime, because I feel like Lime is the moral core of this season.
Think of all the fun drinks with lime wedges.
Uh-huh. I'm the master of the chucks. And she hits Lloyd in the shin with the nunchucks. Get chucked, Lloyd.
Nice going. You really know how to swing them.
So, Lloyd says, so, to be clear, your plan is to walk away from the war, walk away from the person who literally killed you, and to go on an adventure to find the pieces of the frog you killed.
Yeah, but I feel like you're intentionally putting it in the worst way possible. I like to think of it as, I don't want to kill my friends, and I don't care about who killed me, and I want to find my family.
Yeah, I mean, anything can sound stupid if you phrase it in a certain way, like, oh, I just want to get really strong so I can be a god and be very handsome and cool. No, actually, it still sounded good when I said it. I heard myself say it sounded cool, man.
Well, why don't you do the deal with Camilla, then?
Maybe I will.
I think you should, but I still want you to go on that date.
Did you just lose your voice laughing?
I did a squeak maneuver.
Why didn't you name the cat who is the conduit of perplexion, Mr. Mistopheles?
I didn't name Lloyd or give him his conduit. That's 100% raw USDA Chris.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know I would have named him Mr. Mistopheles in an instant.
Austin really loves Mr. Mistopheles.
You can't retroactively jump on the cat's bandwagon. We didn't know it would be the legend it was at the time.
We actually both liked it when we were kids.
Yeah, same.
Not the whole thing of Cats, specifically just Mr. Mistopheles. It's literally the only thing I remember about my mother was that she used to listen to that song a lot.
Oh.
That's like the one good memory I have of a schizophrenic person. So it's
All
not
right,
like
I'm not going to shit all over Cats now.
the rest of it I don't give a shit about.
Okay,
I don't
but
care about
McCavity slaps, and McCavity will always
You don't
slap.
care that Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat.
Because he will do what he do. You think I don't know?
And there's no doing anything about it.
Also, Lloyd was a reference to another famous cat.
Lloyd's like, listen, King, no matter how harebrained your schemes are, you're my jellicle choice.
You're gonna do what with Jello?
Nothing. I support you 100%. You absolutely ridiculous man. Get out there and find your frog. I guess I'll handle the believers stuff.
And I support you too, Lloyd. Anything you need, you let me know, because that's what brothers are for.
And King's gonna get up and give Lloyd a gigantic hug.
Lloyd hugs you back, and I think Lime goes to get in on that, and she says, "That's what brothers are for. I'm a brother too." And she gets in on the hug.
Sure. Family is family.
Chris, I think you've expressed interest in having King have a sword again. Do you think maybe Lloyd could give you back your cherub sword?
Yeah. I mean, he's the one who's doing the more dangerous stuff, so he should have the better weapon.
And I was also specifically thinking that the cherub sword is on fire, right? And when there's this big family hug, it's like the fiery sword is a little too close to Lime, and she's like, "Get out of here, sword!" And she gives it a little smack, and the fire turns green.
Huh. King's gonna touch the flaming sword.
It's mildly acidic. She has enhanced it. It is now Lime's flaming great sword, +3.
Wow, my daughter's the best. She upgrades my equipment. Honey, punch Daddy's armor.
Okay. The end of the scene is just King trying to get Lime to punch different equipment to see if they can give it lime flavor. But yeah, so Lloyd will take the fly swatter spear, and King can get his great sword back. I think he's more comfortable with that kind of weapon.
Yeah. Can I go away now? Can I mute myself for 30 minutes? Just play Magic Arena or something?
Sure, bud.
All right. Goodbye.
Maybe next time don't make characters who don't want to hang out with the other player characters if you want to be involved, mister.
Hey, they had their opportunities.
Did we?
All right. Next up. Oh, man, where do we even go? I think I want to go to Nifyx.
Me?
Yeah, Nifyx. Matilda has gotten you an office on the Pride floor, which is the first floor, not counting the ground floor, which is the trading floor. So what does your office look like in Purgatory? We've seen two. We've seen Cato's office, which is like a long beach on the Astral Sea, and we've seen Matilda's, which is like a cramped room with a bunch of monitors so she can monitor all the markets. What does Nifyx's office look like?
I think, as we established previously, it's, you know, that room full of monitors? What if they were even more monitors somehow?
The wall is monitors.
The wall is monitors, they're all curved monitors, so the wall's actually like all bumpy and there's more screen real estate for the same size of room. There's VR goggles everywhere, there's holograms, it's screens within screens within screens.
Oh gosh, so screens on the floor, screens on the ceiling?
Oh yeah, no, screens everywhere you can conceive of there being screens.
360 screens.
I can conceive of some screens in some real fucked up places. Don't you test me.
Trust me, there's a screen there.
Hot. Why are we like this? Why is the show this?
So, yeah, I think that, like, you know, that there is the predictable gaming stuff on a lot of the monitors, but I think at least a couple of those monitors are dedicated to some news channels, because I think Nifyx is just wanting to be aware of what's going on right now. Because obviously everything's brewing.
I think Matilda, who is headless right now, says to you, and this is through like a psychic communication she does when she's not wearing a head, she says, "I considered several different approaches for how to educate you about soul trading. After a little research, I determined that the best course of action was a video game. It's called Adam Online. Have you heard of it?"
Oh, yeah, of course. I've heard of all video games, but, like, also, just in case I hadn't heard about this one hypothetically, what?
It's an online game. It's about, I guess, spaceships trading materials, and it simulates a real economy.
Adam Online.
Oh, you just got... Okay, I thought maybe you just didn't think it was funny. I didn't realize you didn't get
No,
it.
I got it. Didn't think it was funny.
I took a second to realize what was happening.
I didn't get it.
It's a joke about Eve Online.
I figured that. I just didn't know that was a real thing. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
is it Eve?
As soon as you said spaceships, I was like, oh, okay.
It's a video game that's actually used to study economics in our world because
Yeah.
it has a real economy.
Yeah, the economy in that game is a weirdly fascinating thing I will never understand.
I do like to read about it, though.
Oh, yeah, I will read about it. I will just never comprehend it.
Nifyx, do you want to roll to comprehend it?
What do I have to roll to comprehend it?
I think intelligence.
I say, nervously. 17.
Add your proficiency bonus, because it's a video game and you're proficient with games.
Okay, that's 21. That'll do.
Yeah. Okay, so Nifyx has never gotten into Adam Online because it seems way too complicated and intimidating. When you try it out, you're like, oh, they've actually done a lot of work to the interface, and
Yeah.
there's some really good online tutorials.
Plus, having, like, 400 screens in your room means that you can just, like, separate all the UI elements out, and it's actually a lot less cluttered than it would normally be.
I've never met someone who actually plays EVE Online. I wonder if I'm making them mad.
I've known people who've played it pretty religiously. I've seen enough to watch people who know what they're doing play it.
So Nifyx, you get a pretty good handle on it, and you're not a dumb person, but it helps you get some experience with markets and to understand the way like short selling works. I mean, basically Matilda's plan is The Big Short. I was gonna say the plot of The Big Short, but it really happened, so it's just like the plot of real life, I guess. Where you see a collapse coming and you bet against the market continuing the way it is because no one else sees it coming, which is
obviously here we're insider trading because we know that that it's coming because we're going to cause it.
Exactly. Yeah, the people in The Big Short didn't cause the collapse. They just saw the other people being negligent. But yeah, this is basically a supercharged version of that. And Matilda like watches you play and she's very impressed. She like puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, "I never doubted you."
I mean, strip away all the spaceships and the stock market stuff, and this is basically like I've played sports management simulators where it's just spreadsheet management. Like it's not that different.
Matilda says, "I guess I'll be sending up your first appointment."
Okay, I will probably know what to do.
I have faith in you.
I'm glad someone does. Woo.
Yeah, she has like a spicy demeanor here where she's being coy about it.
She's clearly hinting at something that Nifyx is going to see and go, "Oh, okay, that's what you're on about." Yeah.
So Matilda leaves you to it in your office, and after a short time alone with your games and your screens, there's a knock at the door.
Hello?
Is it shaving a haircut?
Oh my God, Lauren! No, it's not. I'm gonna keep shaving a haircut blocking you because it means so much to you.
I'm relentless.
Oh, I know who this is.
Oh, it's that guy.
Beep boop. It is me.
Yeah, that person I initially suspected might be my killer at one point.
It's got too much chin.
Simon the Secundus enters your office. He is a tall robot man, very tubular body, long spindly arms. In addition to thinking he was the one that killed you, he's also the one that led you to your actual killer and the one Matilda has tasked you with killing so that he doesn't expose her secret.
Yeah, I mean, saw that one coming. He is a loose end.
Hello, Nifyx. How are you?
Hi. Yeah. I'm alright. New office. Lots of screens. It's alright.
You are changing careers?
I've been reassessing what I want to do on my own terms a bit more.
What about the man with 1,000 faces?
I've ensured that they're not going to be a problem for me.
How is that? My investigation is proceeding well, but you appear to have beaten me to the end.
Yeah, I did. I'm curious how I'll fill you in a second, but how far have you gotten along that whole path? What you worked out?
I have determined that the man with 1,000 faces is actually a network of people. That is how they have gone unnoticed for so long. There are no linking factors between the crimes because they are committed by different people.
Yeah, you worked out any specific ones? Or just generally that it's a network?
I am following up on a lead in the mortuary. I believe there is some kind of organ harvesting involved.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not a bad lead there. It's not a bad lead.
Well, you should ask how he found out or how he came to the conclusion of the mortuary and the organ harvesting, because if there's another weak link in the chain, that'll lead you to that.
Yeah, good. Well, I was thinking, do I ask, or I have potentially another way of getting that information, but yeah, I'm gonna keep asking for the second. So yeah, how'd you find that link to the morgue?
I was investigating the mysterious murder of a coroner who was decapitated in a park.
Oh, yeah?
Not only is Matilda going to get busted, you're going to get busted if he gets any further.
That's fair, that's fair.
Is Nifyx technically Matilda's headhunter?
I think Nifyx is gonna say to Simon, so I'm impressed. You've made a lot of good connections. If you want to just look at this screen over here, I think I can show you everything you need to see. And Nifyx is gonna sort of lead Simon to sort of turn his back on her for a moment and use I don't want to damage my room full of screens, but I feel like it's destructive wave.
Yeah, I mean that's extremely destructive. Is that
Yeah.
we just put in here?
Yeah, would disintegration do less damage to the nice new room?
Well, yeah, because it's localized.
Here's the thing. I don't want to do disintegration because I kind of want to leave part of him intact to do something.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Hey,
Hey, it's not as bad as it sounds.
so my character does it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I know, that's what's starting to get frightening.
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking through my spells. Destructive Wave is going to be too damaging to my new office, and I don't know what other spells I have that can do enough damage to do a clean kill in one hit.
On the other hand, you just get this office. They pimp out your office. The company spends all of this money and resource on you, and then you blow it up immediately. That's what you call a power move.
You know what? Disintegration seems like it's gonna leave that head not being an option, so I'm gonna go with Destructive Wave.
21.
Oh, I thought they were not very Constitution.
They're made out of metal.
Oh.
And I'm sure they're going to have to take some damage from the rain of glass shattering down above them, from all the screens.
Would there be like little maybe some electric fires? I don't know how science works.
First, we're doing 5d6 thunder damage. So that's 16 halved is 8. 17 more damage, but then that's halved, so what?
That's 16
that
total
A?
damage.
16 total damage.
Very, very bad. Yeah, so Simon is blasted against the monitors, which start exploding. This is the least stealthy assassination in the history of this building. And Simon says, Nifyx, why?
Oh.
Look. Now that I'm getting an opportunity to tell him why I don't need his
now
head
you get
anyway.
villain monologue.
I was gonna bring him back to tell him anyway, but look, I'm sorry, but I can't have you stopping what I'm gonna do, and you were on to me. I'm sorry.
Conduit of gun.
Oh shit!
28 and 24, both of those hit.
Those are both gonna hit.
I forgot about his gun.
I should have disintegrated the fucker.
Don't let anybody talk you out of your ideas, Laura.
Yeah, well, I already did, and it's too late now.
Holy shit on fuck mountain. That's 42 damage. Nifyx, you're gonna fucking die.
I have health left.
He turns, he makes finger guns with his long, spindly fingers, and he just fires point blank twice into your chest with the jets of energy, like just as if he pulled out a Colt revolver and just bam, bam, hits you twice.
Okay, time for disintegration.
I thought you were cool.
Damn.
It tries to raise his finger guns up again. What do? You still have an action.
Yeah, disintegration.
All right, so that's, I think, a dex save, huh?
That is a dex save, yeah.
11.
That's not gonna do it. 78 damage.
Oh my god. Yep, I was actually pretty close, but with the destructive wave, yeah, that is enough. So why don't you describe to me what happens? He draws down on you with his finger gun.
Nifyx, who had been hoping to salvage at least some of this so that she could, speak with Dead, apologize for this, bring the head. Just turns around with the oar, struts that guitar, and turns Simon to literal dust.
Yep. So there's now dust. I was curious how you were going to clean this crime scene inside of a pretty public building, but just having him dust is solving that issue, huh?
I think this is the first kill that Nifyx has had to do that has obviously not been, that she's not been able to really justify to herself, because, obviously, previously we're looking at, okay, this is a person who decapitated you and did, some messed up stuff there, or, there's been certain degrees of this has to happen, it's, not an emotional distancing. I think Simon is the first, I'm finally becoming that thing everyone wanted me to be. I'm going and doing a killing for work. Yay. I think Nifyx just sits and looks at all the destruction around the office and is just reminded that killing people is really not what she's made for. She is not the kind of person who thinks things through enough to make the kill stealthy and efficient and over before the person can stop and make you feel bad about it. I think she's just sat looking at all of these broken screens in this room full of dust and just being reminded that she's not good at the thing that she was supposed to be here to do.
I mean, it's a marked contrast from that conversation in the clinic when Nifyx is like, killing people's easy. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I think she didn't feel anything there because she had a justification and she felt morally in the right, and now she's here like, oh, now I'm trying to do it deliberately and calculatedly and, like all these other killers around me. She's just reminded again how she's not good at anything these days.
Yeah, I think the image of her collapsed in amongst the broken screens with 2 bullet holes in her chest, the blood's soaking through your very cool hoodie, is pretty powerful.
The sort of ending thought we'd have as the scene fades out is Nifyx just thinking to herself about that she's going to need to get a lot more serious about this and better at this if she's not going to get stopped at the first hurdle trying to do what she plans to do.
In a much chiller scene, what is Blake doing before Cordelia makes it extra?
I probably just sweeping. Just sweeping up the lair,
I mean, that's an incredible cinematography right there, where we go from the dust of Simon on Nifyx's floor, and then it's like a seamless cut to you sweeping up dust in the evil lair.
Hello! Why are you moving all my dust? I had it arranged just the way I liked it.
Oh. There's a lot of it. It just kept...
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a collection.
It's a dust castle. You never built a dust castle?
I've never built a dust castle.
How boring your life is, huh? I have a present for you.
You have a present? Oh, that's very thoughtful. Thank you.
Okay, I turned the pimple guy, that guy, the goat pimple guy.
Sure. Yeah. Goat pimple guy.
I turned his teeth, and you can choose how you want to use it, but they can either be earrings or cufflinks.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, these are yeah, no, I could use some cufflinks. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, that's what boring people like, right? Cufflinks?
Right. You're 100%
but
correct. Great pair of
I've never understood. What is the point of cufflinks when you can just sew a button on?
Yeah, but if you're wearing cufflinks, people know that you know how to use cufflinks and are therefore of a higher social status.
Okay, I believe you.
No, these are these are lovely. Thank you very much. It's not even my birthday.
Austin suggested, this is me, Lauren, talking now and giving Austin credit because I'm a nice person sometimes. But he said it should be something that should give you advantage on Constitution checks because you're just a man.
I said it should get rid of concentration checks because he always forgets to do them. So let's just get rid of them so Conrad isn't making mistakes.
There we go.
Read that wrong. The thing that Austin said.
Cool. Wow. That's great. That's incredible, actually.
Actually, at that, there is a knock on the door. This time it is. Lauren, it's what you've been waiting for.
2 bits.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do the 2 bits back. Who is it?
It's Calliope.
Oh, it's a baby. Hello.
Hello, I'm here for the secret surprise retirement party.
Wait, what?
What?
Shh, it's a secret, Blake.
I don't know about it either.
Yes, you do. You told me.
I did? Did I really?
Yes, I literally did.
I don't remember that.
This show is like hurting brain damaged kittens.
I'm sorry, we're terrible.
I had a rough day.
All these kittens fell off the back of the truck.
Oh my god, let me live. Oh yes, party. Surprise, I got you cufflinks. That's the party.
I mean, yeah, it was literally the retirement gift I suggested. Anyway, it's fine. So Blake doesn't have any friends except for Calliope.
And me.
Well, yeah, but the great thing about being an introvert is you manage to get one friend. You can then suck their friends into your orbit.
It's true, yeah.
Right.
So I actually have 2 more icons here, and I would like Chris and Laura to have some non-depressing scenes having fun at a party.
I'm sorry, do what now?
So Cordelia has invited her girlfriends, or I guess her girlfriend and her girlfriend's girlfriend.
Yeah, like we're fine, but we're not me and Anastasia. We're just buddies.
Lynette the Valraven and Anastasia the Valkyrie. Who calls dibs?
I'll play Anastasia.
Okay, that does match your jock energy, Chris.
Hey everybody, it's me, Anastasia. I hurt my throat earlier. Do you guys have a TV? The game is on.
Did you eat the hot manicotti again?
Fuck off.
I might have. I also hurt my voice. You know, it happens. Do you have a television to turn the game on with? Oh, hello, Break. Happy birthday.
I just want it to be known you can burn your esophagus on a hot manicotti because I've done it.
Yeah, that was some Lauren deep lore.
Oh, you remember that, huh?
No, actually, I don't. You just burn yourself. You literally can't eat without making a mess or hurting yourself.
It's so true.
In my life, I've only ever had to fill out a workman's comp form once, or an incident report once, rather. And it was because I burned my thumb pulling a complete meal out of the microwave at work once. And I was like, ow, do we have some burn cream? They're like, yeah, we do, but you have to fill out a form first to get it. So I had to get a whole piece of paper that was like, I burned my fingy pulling food out of microwave. Need burn cream, please.
All right.
God, we live in a society.
I'm just going to go to the kitchen and make some hors d'oeuvres because a lot of planning went into this, and this is... Yep, be right back. And Blake's going to go to the kitchen.
Hand?
Yeah. If you want to give me a hand, that'd be great.
Yeah, cool. I assume that's also where the beer's kept too?
Yeah.
I'll be front. Anything with alcohol, really, just to kill everything.
I mean, it's IPA. Is that gonna be all right?
God. That's so gross.
Is he always this pretentious?
That's like the worst kind of beer. And I don't even like beer, but that's the worst kind.
So Blake goes into the kitchen and opens up the fridge. And it is an evil lair, right? Like,
Of course, there's IPA in an evil lair.
it's all IPA in the evil lair.
Everybody, party is moving to kitchen. Let's go bother Blake. Whee!
Ugh, quintuple hopped? I don't think they should even do that to beer, but whatever, down the hatch she goes.
What is even a hop? That is like a jump, which I can't do because I don't have legs.
Chris, this generation's greatest actor, also Chris, has 5 impressions that he can do.
None of them good.
Fuck.
I'm having a good time.
So Blake's starting to assemble, like, cracker, things on a plate and, like, just trying to have something that resembles food.
Oh, is there anything with mice in it? I would like some mice cream.
The mice cream is in the freezer. You know this.
But I can't reach it, Blake. Well, you'll pass it to me.
Yes, I'll pass you this mice cream. All right.
Lynette, I got the mice cream!
Okay, that's nice. Who's controlling the music? The tunes are way too upbeat in here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got some REM somewhere.
Sure.
Depeche Mode?
I'm not gonna stand for this REM is boring shit. If you want to throw it down, Conrad, like,
No, it's boring people like REM.
Wait, my dad likes REM.
I also like REM.
I like some of their songs. I was saying Depeche Mode because I was trying to think of like emo gothy type things.
I was trying to think of anything alternative that's still...
I mean, I love the Shins, but I feel like
Yeah.
you could.
The Killers?
Yeah, because they kind of just fell off, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, James Mercer's still doing great things with Danger Mouse, so.
yeah, Blake only likes the later Killers albums, though.
The ones that nobody knows.
Is Blake a huge fan of early Imagine Dragons? He doesn't like when they sold out.
Oh, I forgot they exist. I mean, they probably have so much money. It's not like they're going to worry about what I think, but...
Imagine Dragons are the only relevant rock act of like the last 15 years. They have like the top 5 most successful songs in rock
How?
in that period.
Because they're the only ones that chart on the top 40.
Oh, yeah. I was like, but
Again, though, how?
Because boring white people need music too.
It's true.
Plot twist, Blake is the person in charge of the Hot 100.
Keeps putting Imagine Dragons up there.
Oh my god, the Killers have 5 studio albums.
since when?
I don't know, they had their last one in 2017.
Huh.
I mean, I don't know if anybody should, like, trust my taste, because I think the most recent Arctic Monkeys album might be my favorite so far.
The musical opinion equivalent of like Ed Gein.
Okay, hold on. I'm not saying that it's objectively better. I'm just saying that I enjoy it more.
Completely unacceptable.
Give me the space piano.
Hey, wait a minute. Blake, what are you doing?
I'm putting together a tray of snacks.
This is your birthday party. We'll do it for you. You're supposed to relax and enjoy the big...
And she's going to look you in the eye for a moment. And she's going to say, 43.
Sure, 43. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I'm quite impressed. I bet there's a game on or something. Go find the TV.
No. You're not going to distract me with football games. I have the scores on my watch. Now what we're going to do is make you food. So what do you have in this place so we can crabble together for some crap for you to shove down your pie hole?
I gave you control of Anastasia for one scene and you gave her an Apple Watch? What's wrong with you?
Hey, Austin, it could be an android.
Okay.
She heard her voice. She's a very different character without her original voice.
Yeah, I could tell.
I mean, there's a lot of mice. Frozen mice, thawed mice, live mice.
Also, shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some shrimp cocktail. Oh, you're asking for the shrimp cocktail, aren't you?
Oh, I do love the cocktail sauce. Oh, actually, I'll just take the sauce. I'll put it on my mice.
All right. So yeah, there's some cocktail sauce in the fridge.
Do you have another one that hasn't been have mice dipped into it?
Oh my god, our groceries are we have 2 of everything, and one has mice in it, and one doesn't.
like, just like, behind the hand. How have you been managing this and not losing your mind?
Oh no, it's fine. It's totally fine. I just go and I close my door, and it's like the whole world goes away.
And then I come in with my lockpicks, and then I come in anyway.
She does do that, but it's
Yeah.
manageable. There's nothing on the
Yeah.
walls.
Lynette, did you see my new snake tree? It was a cat tree, but I took the other thingies off, and now it's for snakes.
It was a big cat.
I was gonna ask what a snake tree was. Yeah.
It's the hottest thing. Everybody's going to want one. Everybody who is a tube. Callie, wouldn't you want your own tube tree?
I have a tube tree.
Well, this one's just for like sitting on, like wrapping around, just chill. It's like a hammock, but the opposite.
But you can't eat it.
Yeah, because if you ate it all, where would you hang out?
Callie, just because you shouldn't eat it doesn't mean you can't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Roll to stop Callie from eating your cat tree.
No, my cat tree. I'm so proud of it too.
Uh-huh.
Is that persuasion?
I was going to roll a strength contest, but maybe it's probably better for you to do persuasion because I rolled a 19.
You bitch.
She's strong.
14. No! Just, my tree.
Okay, I think she takes a bite out of it before you can stop her. She has huge teeth.
No! Okay, it looks kind of metal now.
Hey, kid, you joined the Believers?
Oh yeah, that's an interesting wrinkle here, is that Anastasia's in the Believers and Lynette's in the Society of Sensation, which is aligned with the Believers. So this is a very Believers-heavy party. Calliope says,
I was thinking about it. Lancelot's kind of a drip, so I don't really like hanging out with the Aethor that much. I like hanging out with Cordelia more.
It feels like the other Aethar I've met are like really chill and dumb. And then Lancelot is just this tiny, tiny ball of rage. And also kind of a bitch, so.
is it just going to become 5 people shit-talking? Or is it
You
1, 2,
didn't
3,
hear me say that word. Don't tell your father I've been teaching you slurs.
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't spend 35 years getting to this point, at this party, the moment where I walk away and am not beholden to anybody ever again to, work for some asshole, right? You know what I mean? Lancelot.
Yeah. We hate him. Everybody, who else hates Lancelot?
Oh, everyone hates him.
Yeah, everybody hates him. It's very frustrating because he looks and sounds so cute, and then the words that come out are enraging.
Oh man, so the next scene's going to immediately go to Lancelot, and it's so juicy, but I don't want to cut the party short.
Oh no.
I think it's good. I think that's fun.
I'm scared. He wants to kill me.
So, King,
Yes. Yes.
you wanted to find Babble, or what's left of Babble, and to that end, the last episode, you asked Lancelot to use his conduit of the lost to locate them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way that works, just to recap, because this came up during the race, you said to Lancelot, like, hey, can you use your conduit to find Babble? And Lancelot said, well, Babble's not lost. He just is out there in the world, which isn't the same thing as being lost. But then you killed Babble Prime, which meant all the individual Babbles who were still alive out in the universe were suddenly severed from the rest of their brain, and they're all like individual brain cells. So they probably became pretty lost.
Yeah. And they need to be found.
Um,
Like the classic episode of Lost titled ... and found.
yeah, exactly like that. So I think you spend like, I don't know, a couple of days. This is like the vacation arc's coming to a close, but you're hanging out with Lime and just taking care of your family situation. And then you get, I guess, a message or a mail from Lancelot giving you directions to meet him at a portal because he has found what you were looking for.
Okay. I want the message to come in via holographic singing telegram.
Okay. Anybody want to volunteer to sing that message? Damn, some real role-playing cowardice this week, let me tell you. Just so
You sing, Yorsky!
I think it's your turn to sing.
Actually, I have sang a lot on this show, a lot more than you, sir. I did it a whole season. You do it.
I am your singing telegram. Go see Lancelot. See, I did it for you. You cowards.
Austin's the coward.
Sorry, I had a snack cake in my mouth.
Oh, that's a good justification. I applaud that.
I
Well, hold
just
on,
want-
wait. Are you a PA boy, true and true? What brand is that snack cake?
Tasty cake.
God damn right it is.
Damn right it is.
There's like a tasty cake outlet here in Tallahassee. What's an outlet?
Oh,
for
man,
baked
you
goods?
cherish that. You cherish it.
Come to Tallahassee. We have a tasty cake outlet.
No, thank you. There's a shelf life on these motherfuckers. I live by the source. No, I'm good.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, outlet.
That is a little suspect. Because the tasty cake does not hold up.
What was the other thing we got in a really stupid argument about earlier?
Okay. Well, we were gonna. You're supposed to sing this news to Chris.
So you meet Lancelot at a portal in Sigil, and he tells you that he has spent the last couple of days using his conduit to search the planes, and he has gotten a hit on the plane of Elysium.
Cool. Where's that?
That's the neutral good plane.
Oh, so it should be like nice and easy to find them?
Well, I don't know about that. It is a nice and easy place. In fact, if you stay there too long, you lose the desire to leave.
Huh.
This is kind of like the opposite of Hades from last week. I mean, one's neutral evil, one's neutral good, so they mirror each other. Instead of losing the will to live, you lose the will to leave because it's so nice and good.
So how do you stop that from happening? Do you have to hold your nose?
I think you just have to have a strong enough will to want to leave, and maybe don't spend too much time if you can help it.
Okay. Are you coming with me?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Thanks, Lancelot.
No problem. Why is your sword green?
Oh, Lime touched it and the fire exploded and it's green and strong now.
Oh, that's nice. She sounds nice.
My daughter's the best. She's great. She loves you. She asks about you all the time. Her big furry elephant friend.
Does she really?
Yeah. They hung out at the barbecue.
I know. I didn't know that was an important part of Lime's life. I guess she's a kid. She likes anything fluffy.
Of course she would. She'd love an elephant that flies.
So you and Lancelot head through this portal to Elysium. You immediately open into like a gorgeous pastoral scenery, rolling hills, fields of flowers that are just the right height. There's no bugs. You can hear like the gentle songs of birds in the distance. The temperature is perfect, not too hot, not too cold, not too humid. There's basically nothing wrong with this plane, except for the fact that it's so good you might lose your free will.
Seems like it's pretty okay here.
Yeah, I love it. This is where Cardinals are from.
Is that what you are, a cardinal?
No, I'm a Hollyphant. We're pretty close. We're both animal celestials.
Oh, so do you ever come here to hang out?
Not recently.
And King is going to pull out, we haven't seen in a while, his big book of questions to ask flesh people.
Oh, no.
And he's going to say, what would a movie about your life be called?
Too small to fail.
Really? Who would star you?
Christian Bale.
Oh, I like him. He's good.
He can undergo really drastic body changes like I can.
Yeah, and sometimes when he gets really angry, he still doesn't break his American accent.
My accent's perfect.
I like your accent a lot.
So Lancelot and King are going to search Elysium. He tells you that his way his conduit works is that he can find like the general area where people are lost, and the closer he gets, like the signal gets stronger. This is what happened in the first arc when you were all huddled in a cave hiding from angels, and he found you. So why don't we roll survival to search Elysium?
I rolled a 7.
Not good. Yeah, Lancelot says, the signal is a little fuzzy. Maybe he's not feeling particularly lost today. Maybe he found like a nice grove to hang out and he's just chilling.
What if I lift you up higher? Will that boost the signal?
I guess we can try.
I'll lift Lancelot up real high.
So that doesn't really help, but it's a good image for walking around. You see like a stream that's just like crystal clear. There's like some fish in there. Trees are good. Who loves trees? I like trees.
Everyone
Loves trees.
King's gonna start beeping.
Beeping?
He's gonna go beep, beep, beep.
Is this like some kind of detection echolocation thing?
Yeah, once we get closer, it should go faster, right? Beep.
I guess. King, why are you doing all of this?
What do you mean? They're my family.
Are they? I don't really know much about this Babble guy. I was in the race, but I didn't go with you on the rest of that adventure, so it just seems kind of like you're hyper-fixating on a random criminal frog.
I guess for some people, they have, like, family that's just the people they grew up with, and I guess that's kind of the way for me, too. But I didn't grow up with the actual people who were my family. I grew up with other people. So I sort of have a different view of what family can be.
Do you think if you find the Babbles who are lost, that'll make up for killing the other Babble?
No. But I gotta do everything I can to help the ones who are left. Otherwise, they'll be just like you said. They'll be lost.
And then what?
We'll try to help them out. Maybe if they need a place to stay, or they need someone to teach them things like how to cook, or how to fight, or I'm sure there's other stuff I could teach. I know how to use a hammer.
Are you trying to make up for all the people you've killed?
No, I don't think so. It's just what comes kind of naturally to me.
Because you've killed like hundreds of people, right? Like your whole life?
Probably. I didn't really count. Was I supposed to?
Maybe. I think some people would have if they thought those people were worth remembering.
A lot of them I didn't really get time to know. I was just told to kill them immediately.
I bet a lot of them had families too.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, Jean alone, right? She had like thousands of maggots.
Yeah. I didn't really want Jean to die like that.
But I mean, you still did it.
Well, I was told I had to stop her or she'd cause a big problem and she'd take over the universe or something like that. It might not be obvious, Lancelot, but I'm not the smartest person. So a lot of the times, I kinda had to rely on what other people tell me is right.
I understand that, but you do get that you probably orphaned more people than you're ever going to be able to take in.
Yeah, but I won't really know until I try, right?
Like you tried not to kill Jean, and you tried not to kill Babble?
Do you not like me?
I think like Lancelot flutters out of your hands into like a nearby flower bed and says, I'm just trying to figure out why you do the things you do, King. You keep saying the family is the most important, but you keep ruining families.
I guess I never really thought I was. But what my gut's telling me is I need to find those Babbles.
Do you think they want to be found?
Maybe. If they don't, then I won't bother them. But all I can do is rely on my instinct.
I mean, the last thing they expressed to you was that they wanted to bring back Proteans, and you didn't respect that wish.
King doesn't have an answer to that.
And I mean, we live in a world with demons, like actual made out of chaotic evil demons who like skin people alive and create giant hell flame armies, and you just couldn't stand by and let the chaotic snakes live?
Yeah, but I think that it was supposed to be a lot bigger than that, wasn't it?
I mean, how can you know? If you know you're not very smart, don't you? Shouldn't you know not to make decisions like that?
Maybe. I guess what I want to do is offer myself as support in case someone needs it. And I guess I want to stand by my family.
What if your family hates you?
That's okay. I'll still love them.
King, perception check?
Crit.
Jesus Christ. You hear a muffled yelling from a distance, and because you crit, I'm going to say it sounds an awful lot like Lancelot with a gag in his mouth.
I guess I'm gonna head out in that direction.
Mm-hmm. You charge ahead into the trees, and you find Lancelot tied to a tree with magic rope, and you feel a sharp stab in your back.
Uh-oh.
Who's that good frog boy?
King, you turn around, and you see the source of your pain, which is a slod with purple coloration, mostly purples, black accents. It's kind of a very vibrant skinned slod. And you see the blades on its arms are not like the Wolverine knuckle blades you've seen so far. This one, it goes down its forearm and then down past the elbow and juts out in a way that is adapted to, like, say, if you swing a sword at it, it can block with its forearm and then, like, slide up your blade and cut you with its arm.
Very handy.
So you're going to take... you take 9 damage from being stabbed in the back by this slod.
But Austin, it's my birthday.
Is it? I don't think
No,
it is.
It's not. But you can't do that to me on my birthday.
I can't stab you in the back on your birthday?
No. It's against the rules.
Okay.
Page 212.
You said you'd do anything for your family, King.
Yeah.
Will you die for me?
I'm going to roll insight on this dude. 22.
22 is very good. So, once there was a slod named Babble, whose conduit split itself between the copies that were created when it was dismembered. Then, Babble Prime was killed, and any parts of him which weren't destroyed were essentially their own single brain-celled organism, which has developed in a totally new way. This was Babble, but now it's its own person. A person whose only thought since their becoming their own person has been hatred of King.
Why do you want me to die?
You killed every piece of me. You ripped my mind out.
I'm sorry about that.
I'll try to understand you, the same way you tried to save Babble. 27 and 14?
27 will hit.
That's only 6 damage as he slashes you.
So what's your name?
I think the voice that this slot is putting on to sound like Lancelot. The implication, I don't even know if I should walk through this. I think it's pretty obvious, but Lancelot went looking for Babble to help King, stumbled upon Babble, and was captured and replaced. And this has been Babble the whole time.
It makes sense. It's like, whew, Lancelot's really mean to me today.
Yeah.
He's really coming at me. Like, I know usually he kind of has a bit of that, but to a certain extent. Woo!
Yeah. The voice it was using as Lancelot kind of like morphs into its own voice, and the slot says, I've been trying to find my own voice and identity since you lobotomized me, and killed, everyone. So I haven't settled on one yet, but I was thinking, what commands a king?
I don't know.
A pope.
Oh my god, I was gonna say Pope!
You can call me Pope. And he stabs you again.
26 will hit.
9 damage, and he has arm blades on both of his arms, and he's just slashing King to ribbons. The chains around Lancelot seem to be magic in some way that he can't just bust out.
It's nice to meet you, Pope. What's your favorite food?
Oh, you think that we're gonna connect now? Like, you failed before, and now you're gonna make up for it. But you can't make up for it, King. If you spent every waking hour of every day for the rest of your life, you could never make up for all the people you've killed. The entire species you wiped out.
Even if I can't, I'm still gonna try. So what's your favorite food?
Oh, boy. All right. Nifyx,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Been better.
After you eventually pull yourself back together, how does the next meeting with Matilda go? Are you mad at her for not warning you about sending Simon up to your room?
I don't think it's even that. I think Nifyx knows that she probably should have expected it coming. I think it's more a case of Nifyx is trying to do everything possible to not have to acknowledge that she got the job done, but she really fucking bumbled how she did it, and she doesn't want to have the conversation. So I fucked up again, which is sort of her whole thing at the moment.
So I fucked up again. The Dice Funk story.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I think Matilda takes you on a little journey through Purgatory, this big building. You're still on the Pride floor. Actually, I think she specifically is like waiting outside the door. That's like her style. She's like leaning up against the wall, waiting for you to come out. Are you still like covered in glass shards and stuff, or did you change?
I think Nifyx has changed, but she's deliberately opening the door like the smallest possible fraction as to not give a great view of what's gone on in there. I don't think she even asks says to Matilda it needs repairing. I think she's just gonna leave it as it is.
Yeah, I mean, Nifyx is a very talented magic user. I'm sure she could figure out how to do mending someday.
Probably, but it's not top of her priority list right now.
So Nifyx, you sheepishly exit your office, and Matilda's out there leaning up against the wall. She doesn't have a head, so she can't be smoking, but it's that vibe of like her being very cool and waiting for you. And she says, "No more loose ends."
Yeah. Let's assume that no one follows up on this, and then we're good. Let's hope it's that easy.
Well, there are no cameras in Purgatory, so this is an ideal place to get rid of somebody. I thought it was clever myself.
No, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't have thought of it.
Follow me. I have something I want to show you.
Nifyx follows.
She leads you through the hallways of this floor and past some places you're not supposed to go. There's like some signs up. Probably it's like no entry. I was gonna say employees only, but actually probably not even employees are allowed through here.
Yeah.
And Matilda says, as you know, Purgatory used to be its own plane. After the gods died, it no longer served its original purpose of judging souls, and it was retired from that purpose, and it went through some downsizing to its current use as a trading hub. But the old rooms are still here.
Okay. I'm not sure I'm getting what you're getting at.
So when a soul died, it went to Purgatory to be judged by the various death gods, the Raven Queen, Anubis, Chernabog, and so forth. But it wasn't always easy to pick out where they belonged. If someone was lawful good, sure, they'd go to heaven. If someone was chaotic evil, throw them in the abyss. But a lot of people were on the line, or they had flaws, but maybe not serious enough to condemn them or reward them. And that's where the terraces came into their full use.
Okay.
So for each floor, there was a terrace where a person who was suffering from a particular sin would try to work through it, to be absolved of it, or to put it behind them. And if they could, then they would obviously go to the upper planes and the branches of the tree. But if they couldn't overcome their sin, well, straight down.
Okay, so a sort of second chance work through your stuff space.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So these terraces were once, of course, on the outside of the plane. That's what a terrace is. It's a flat place on the outside of a structure. But with the non-Euclidean geometry we're working with here, where people's personal offices have entire beaches inside of them, you understand that the terraces have been folded into and sealed off from the rest of the building.
What does this have to do with me?
Well, Nifyx, to reach your full potential, both in your grand plan and throughout the rest of your life, we're going to need for you to confront your greatest sin and turn it into your greatest strength.
I'm guessing from where my office is and things that have been said to me before, I'm guessing this is the Pride Room. Yeah.
Yes, the Pride Terrace.
Yeah.
Where if you were being judged, you would have to confront your hubris, but where you now will attempt to hone it to a blade's sharpness.
I think given that Nifyx has just had to sneak out of a room where she's not been very proud of her performance at all, I think she's definitely very drawn to the idea of harnessing that back and being better at what she's doing, but also feeling proud of herself again, because she's not been feeling that recently.
Matilda takes you deeper into the Pride floor of Purgatory, into a dark hallway where there is you see actually a bunch of statues to different figures who exemplify pride, and she stops in front of one of them and gestures to it as if to draw attention to it, and she says, "Do you know the story of Arachne?"
No, I don't.
She reminds me a lot of you. She was the world's most talented weaver. Her skills embarrassed the gods. In fact, she challenged one of the gods of her pantheon to a weaving contest. And you know what happened?
What happened?
She won. She was faster. She was better in every way. How do you think the gods took that?
I'm guessing not well.
No, not well at all. She was beaten and transformed into a spider for her arrogance.
Yeah, that sounds like gods.
That sounds like you. Someone so talented that nobody else appreciates it and in fact gets mad at you for having talents beyond them.
It's been a little while since I felt that way, but yeah, I get you.
The thing was, she was right. They weren't empty boasts. She said she had the skills and she did, and she was punished for it. That's the pride we want to bring out of you. Now, I can't follow you onto the terrace. It's not for me. I've gone through my journey already on the envy floor. So, this is where I'm going to leave you. But I will be rooting for you out here.
I don't think Nifyx says a word. I think she just heads right in.
I think it's a very cool exit you're trying to do, and the door's locked.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, just make a cool silent exit, and it's like, oh, damn it, not as cool as you thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, the door's locked, but it's a simple lock.
Seeing that the door is locked, Nifyx is going to attempt to use heat metal and just melt the lock through.
Yep, that's the classic Nifyx move. Just melt the door handle off and walk in. That actually is very cool. And you find yourself in a terrace, which is paradoxically, despite being inside of a building, looking out on a vista. But it is a cold, dead void, as this plane, it's not a plane anymore, has been flipped almost inside out.
Okay, and is it clear where Nifyx should be heading in here?
There's only one direction, yeah, up.
Yeah. Okay, up Nifyx starts to head.
Yeah, so if you were going to go through all 7 terraces to be completely cleansed of your sin, you would literally be going from hell, climbing the terrace up to heaven, which is how purgatory is structured.
Okay.
It's you can almost think of it as a spiral staircase in between them, although Planescape has a separate spiral staircase, the infinite staircase, which has replaced it because
Yeah, D&D.
But so Nifyx, you start walking and you find yourself feeling unusually heavy. I mean, you're a small little gnome, but I need you to roll a strength saving throw for me.
12.
That's above average, so your steps are feeling heavier and heavier, and you're finding it harder to walk, and you're finding yourself short of breath. And it also feels like something's pushing down on you. So you aren't stopped dead because you rolled above 10, but you aren't making great progress. Do you have any? What do you do?
I think Nifyx is going to use Polymorph and try and transform into a giant ape. Something that is bigger, stronger, hopefully going to feel less weighed down in an attempt to move faster up the staircase.
Yeah, advantage on strength check. I guess using ape strength, which I don't have in front of me.
+6 on strength for a giant ape.
Oh, he big.
17.
Yep, so that's better than 15, which is back to normal progress. So Nifyx turns into a giant ape and starts charging up the terrace. You start passing other statues in the style of the ones that were in the hallway outside, and they each have like placards identifying who they are, and you don't recognize many of them. But one that definitely catches your eye is Lucifer.
Oh yeah, that's a recognizable face.
Mm-hmm. So someone else who didn't like the way the world worked and decided to do something about it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, Nifyx, any thoughts about that particular statue?
That's not necessarily comfortable company to be in.
Mm-hmm. Nifyx, you start hearing voices. First, too low and distant to make out, but then louder and louder, and you're finally able to make out one of them. And the voice says, "What was wrong with Bitopia?"
Does Nifyx recognize this voice?
No.
It was just dull, devoid of challenge, devoid of anything difficult.
I made it just for you.
Without struggle, there's nothing to make the good seem good. Like, what is good if it's not contrasted against something?
This voice keeps getting like clearer and louder the more it says, and there's something like coalescing in front of you, a gnomish figure. And the voice and the figure say, "But I was trying to help. I thought you'd want that. People prayed to me. They asked for an easier life, for abundance and recreation."
I know it's what many want, but it's not what I want. It was boring. It was dull. It was
good. And the figure fully coalesces, and you see now it is Garl Glittergold, the god of gnomes and the creator of the entire race.
Yep.
I made you in my image.
Your image was boring. It was day in, day out, nothing changing. Smiles and there was just no texture to anything.
And so this conversation is like happening in your head. It's like basically, the Willy Wonka boat ride.
Yeah.
That's what the terrace is now. It's all these lights and the void closing in on you, and the sound of Garl Glittergold, who's now just in front of you, blocking your progress, and you're trapped in like an ape body. And he's just saying, "You don't appreciate my gifts. You're ungrateful.
I don't appreciate that I had no choice but to be in the world you destined me for."
Most gods made their people to suffer. The orc god made them to be an army. Other good gods created compliant slaves. I gave you life and love and laughter.
You gave me those things with nothing to contrast them. You gave me a world that was stagnant, that never changed, where nothing ever needed working for. A world that was... where nothing ever happened.
But it was good. Isn't that enough? And the fully solidified Garl Glittergold now reaches out and puts a hand on your ape face, and you instantly change back and crumble to the ground. And the heavy pressure that was keeping you from walking forward is now holding you to the floor, as if gravity's been turned up like 5 times. And you're being made to kneel before him by the pressure.
Nifyx looks up to him and says, "For all of the misery I've gone through since I left, at least now I can choose. I can look back on that world and wish I was there because I have something to contrast it with, because I've had to go through other things. When I was destined to be there and to exist because that's what I was supposed to be, I had no context. You robbed me of the context I would need to appreciate what you'd made."
And what context will you be making?
The context where people can choose.
The gnomes already chose. They chose to worship me. And now you will do the same. And Garl Glittergold steps on your neck.
Can I attempt to do my blood bending?
You can try.
I will try. What is my role for this again?
Actually, it's me.
It's you. I suspect I'm not going to be able to win this, but I've got to try.
Yeah, the question is, does this have the stats of a god or the stats of you being forced to face your own pride in the shape of a god? 11. That ain't gonna do it.
That ain't gonna do it.
So, I mean, if this was really Garl Glittergold, he would just snap his fingers and you would be dust, just like Simon.
Oh yeah, God no, yeah.
But this terrace is a psychological test. And normally, if you were trying to cleanse your soul of your pride to go to heaven, you would grovel and you would beg for forgiveness and you would find humility, which is the virtue that defeats pride. But Nifyx, you don't find humility here, do you?
No, I find pride.
So paint me a picture of what you do to Garl Glittergold, god of gnomes.
I think flavor-wise, the way I want this to work is using just the control of the water on both sides. We're gonna go from Nifyx kneeling to Glittergold, and it's slowly going to reverse. One's gonna get up as the other goes down.
Oh my god, and so you're gonna make him kneel to you, and then you're gonna step on him?
I'm gonna make him kneel to me, and I'm gonna step over and past him.
Alright, Nifyx, you climb the Terrace of Pride, and you reach, there's like a ramp here where you can continue going to the next floor, but one assumes you don't want to face your envy.
So what happens at the top of this section then?
There's a door leading out, which someone would enter if they were trying to start at envy.
Nifyx is going to attempt to lead through this door.
Yeah, it's locked, but from this side.
Heat metal again.
I love Nifyx, master of doors.
Yeah, melt these doors.
Matilda's waiting for you on the other side, posted up against the wall, looking very cool.
So is that it?
How do you feel?
I feel like I'm taking things into my own hands.
You know, the first head I ever took, before I really started doing my research, it was the conduit of potential. I thought it would unlock my potential. I was still young and hungry back then. It turns out, no. It was for unlocking other people's potential. He was a coach or something. Maybe you could use it. She roots around in her purse and pulls out the head of a tiefling.
Yeah?
So a tiefling is a person with infernal heritage, the kind of the opposite of the Aasimar, which people have angelic heritage, like Lime. And it's like a purple-skinned, horned humanoid. And she puts this head on, clicks it into place, and she just holds out a hand. And she says, "Let's see what potential the conduit of pride has unlocked."
Nifyx follows.
So, Cordelia and Blake, at the end of the retirement party, Anastasia asked Cordelia if she was interested in doing a job for the Believers.
Okay, do I get money?
I'll do it. I'll do it for money.
Can I have a little money as a treat?
Actually, it might be better than money. The reward might be even better than money.
What's the reward? What is it? Tell me. I have to know. You can't surprise me. I have to know.
So we cut from that to Cordelia, Blake, Anastasia, and Camilla walking through the streets of Sigil. And Camilla's telling Blake and Cordelia, "So I ran this by your friend King, and he didn't go for it."
Yes, he's not. I don't know if we're friends. Colleagues, maybe?
It's a good to me, work acquaintance.
Yeah, work acquaintance. I think Blake is my only real friend. That's not the girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah, who even knows what Anastasia is anymore? Her voice has changed entirely.
Oh, yeah, there's a sandwich in the trash.
Oh, yeah, you're here too, Chris. So Camilla gives you the same speech she gave King. We know the Lady of King. Fuck
The Lady
me.
of King.
I'm just in hell. We know the Lady of Pain is fake. Is this episode going to be called The Lady of King? We know the Lady of King. Oh, I just did it again.
We broke it. We finally did it.
You really did. We know the Lady of Pain is fake. If we kill the imposter in public, we can claim the mantle of the Masters of Sigil. We can win this war, and whoever actually takes the lady down will become a legend. I mean, I could appoint you my successor in the Believers, and I can step down if that's what you really want.
I don't need that much power, but I do enjoy to kill, and honestly, it's pretty ballsy for someone to be out there pretending to be the, just in case, woman of heart.
It's also pretty ballsy to be the person who kills the Lady of Pain, though.
I don't mind that.
I mean, you're basically inviting everybody at Sigil to come take a whack at you.
Camilla!
Yes.
He said things. What do you think about those? I don't like what he said.
If people believe that you defeated the real Lady of Pain, I think their fear will keep them in line. The fear of the lady is what has kept war from breaking out for centuries. It's very powerful. People didn't feel compelled to take the lady on. I don't see why they'd be compelled to take you on.
I mean, Blake, I don't know about you, but my calendar is pretty clear. While Kato's out of office.
You've done a lot for me. I'm here for, if you want to do this, if you want to kill the Lady of Pain, I'm behind you 100%, but probably like way behind you and not known to anyone to have been involved.
Well, that's why we're a perfect team, because you mundanity, and then you can help me plan in the shadows. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yep, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Camilla says, that is going to conflict with my plan, because the best way to draw out this woman of hurt would be to make a large public spectacle that she can't ignore.
Oh no, we can make a large public spectacle. Are you kidding? If there's one thing we know how to do, it's a large public spectacle.
He just doesn't want to be in it.
Yeah, this is kind of exactly, I gave it to King because he had the in-story excuse for wanting to do this, but it really does fit your MO better, because what you're going to do is go into public and just be completely unignorable.
Yes.
Camilla says, "What's the one thing we know the Lady of Pain has to respond to?"
People talking about her?
I mean, she doesn't love that, but that's not the thing. There's a famous story about the Lady of Pain doing some very decisive action.
Remind me. Maybe I forget.
The god of portals tried to open a portal into Sigil. And in response, the Lady of Pain killed him and all of his followers at the speed of thought, instantly on every plane in existence.
Oh, so the answer is portals. The answer is always portals.
Exactly. I am the conduit of divinity. I represent the closest thing to godhood. If I open a portal in the busiest town square in Sigil,
You can open portals?
I'm the conduit of divinity. I have quite a bag of tricks. Yeah.
Oh, well, that must be nice.
It's very nice. Thank you for asking.
I didn't ask, but okay.
You said that must be nice. There was an implied question.
No, it was not. It was a statement.
I mean, we're not wrong. She's not wrong. It is nice. Yeah.
She's not wrong.
No,
but
yeah.
It's okay. Anyway, spectacle.
I do love the idea of like, yeah, let's kill the person who's like has the whole city terrified of them, and Cordelia is like, "You're gonna try to correct my fucking grammar in front of my friends." But yeah, so basically, Camilla goes to the equivalent of like Times Square in the Sigil. What is the equivalent of Times Square?
Is the equivalent the clock cube?
So Camilla goes to the center of the busiest place in Sigil and pulls out her black sword and begins channeling her divinity into it. And, Anastasia's there too if you guys want to get rowdy. But Camilla said, what you're here for is to draw the most attention possible so everyone sees this happen. And then when the woman of hurt shows up, beat her ass.
I want to die Gigantamax.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that is going to get some attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll performance with advantage.
Advantage.
Crit! I crit!
Oh, fuck.
25, I crit!
All right, so Camilla finishes imbuing her sword with divinity and then rams it into the air. It's a kind of subtle knife maneuver for my Philip Pullman friends out there. Anybody?
Yeah.
York Bernison! Okay.
And she just begins dragging it down, cutting reality itself like it was tissue paper. And on the other side, there is just a shrieking, howling wind because she has opened a portal to Pandemonium, a plane we talked about before, which is a chaotic evil plane, which is just nothing but tunnels full of shrieking wind. We've talked about some hostile places like Hades and the Abyss, but Pandemonium might be the worst. Like, nothing can live there without going insane because it's nothing but deafening wind forever. It's also a great way to get some attention, in addition to Cordelia, who suddenly becomes 30 feet tall. And what else? You crit, so tell me whatever you do works. Give me the best spectacle you can.
See, I was just thinking about, like, smooshing buildings and stuff. Maybe picking up some, like, cars and throwing them with my tail or something. Some small vehicles.
So you're thinking full on kaiju.
Oh, yeah. I mean, roar! I am monster, roar!
That's she can't ignore that. Yeah. So if you want to just smash some buildings and start throwing stuff around, Camilla is like a little what's the word, like taken aback by that. She's like, I just wanted you to get some attention. I didn't know you were gonna do property damage.
Okay,
Yikes.
but only property damage to, like, businesses, like Walmarts and such. I'm only fucking up the monsters.
Yeah, there's a fail-safe office.
Oh, yeah, no, I hit that one like 5 times. I'm like, bam, bam, bam.
Blake, what are you doing?
Oh, I mean, shit. She's kind of got this under control, doesn't she?
Yeah, she for as far as roles go, she does. I was just curious if you had any stank you wanted to put on it.
Well, I was thinking about like making a major illusion to fight Cordelia in the street.
Oh. Are you going full Mysterio?
Yeah, I mean, I might as well at this point, right?
So Blake makes Gamera.
Yeah.
He's friend of children.
Yeah, this little turtle guy hops up. Starts fighting with Cordelia.
Okay, so suddenly there's two giants fighting in the town square. Only one of them's doing
Actual
property damage, but there's still also a shrieking, howling portal, and people begin to come out and see this. Amongst the crowd, you see Barry, the Barriar.
I remember Barry.
Yeah, he's not the official leader of the Doom Guard, but he is the only one you're familiar with in the leadership, so he kind of represents them. And you also see Abraham.
Ooh, big boy.
I don't want them here. Leave.
You wanted attention and you got it.
Not theirs.
And both of them come with troops. The Abraham with Aethar troops and Barry with Doomguard troops. And they start shouting and bearing weapons at each other and demanding to know what's going on.
Nothing. I'm Big Snake, just raw. Sometimes you just get the urge to become giant and create chaos.
Blake's just moving into the alley where he can just sort of watch this in case there's a big fight, but he's keeping an eyes peeled for any appearances of any sort of ladies of, discomfort or some such.
So Abraham is wearing his cestus, the bladed gauntlet, and it's like pulsing with power. You see Barry pulls out, he has like a magic bow and arrow, which also has some kind of magic effect on it. Arrows made of like darkness are beginning to be knocked, and people in both crowds are shouting. Camilla raises her sword. It's like a three-way battle between the three sides, and then suddenly screaming as something comes down from the sky.
Well, if you're gonna kill her, there she is.
Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at Postmaster Ray, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Credits!
January 2020, executive producers for Dice Funk. Let's just get in there. Let's just get messy in this new year.
Joseph Tombrello!
It can't get any worse. So, Extellaris.
Jade slit the sheet. Fuck. Jade
she-
slit the sheet she slid upon the slitted sheet
Jade, why would you hurt us? What have we done to you?
I did pretty good the second time.
Brent, still every episode of Dice Funk Goatly.
Devin, conduit of evolution.
Evilesian.
John Madera, conduit of caramel lattes.
Rob Dakin. Ah! Oh, I see. No, it's the Always Sunny.
You fucking idiot!
I didn't read ahead. I don't want to spoil myself. It's fighter of Rob Nightkin.
Okay. Paul Mullen.
Allison the Purple.
Emily, conduit of a Dynamax Yamper.
Imagine this little butt heart. It's so big.
Christ, man, getting wasted on his own blood wine.
It's not.
Go!
Ah! Maybe save that one for Easter. Toshirakuru fighting the New Year's new me for dominance. That's one way to establish it.
Andrew Grothin.
Dr. Goatman.
Festive Jamie is probably stressing over gifts as you speak.
No gifts in this year. 2020, no gifts. That's
Fuck off, Francois V.
Hejon Master.
Hell yeah, Cloaca.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
you get the next one. Get the next one.
No, why couldn't I have had Hell Yeah, I Eat Cloaca?
Hold up. My dildo just fell out. Where is it? Okay, found it. Still good.
Okay, maybe I'll edit this out, but my first joke that popped in my head was is that a quote from one of the things you sell online?
It's really not, but check out my content.
Nephis Decidia, a lonely gay sheep.
Random, conduit of would you like a hug?
Sternad.
Vinny, conduit of New Year, old dicks.
No, in the new year, it's only new dicks.
Old dicks.
Z23619.
Kevin Dobbins.
A gambling pig is turning 35. God save my hammy knees. Damn, that's a big mood.
Anthony, patron of Dora.
Oh god, I'm gonna be 30 this year. It just hit me, like, pretty hard.
Really? Already?
It's 2020.
I always forget how much older than me you are. It's like a year and a half.
Not enough. Anthony, patron of Dora. Did you do that one already?
I
wasn't
did,
paying
you
attention.
fuck. Morgan Rapp, Haley Anderson, Pinko Sock.
Jesus. Philip Bussman.
Sheev, talking shit on a tubular floating crane.
Tis I, Zedster.
2020, year of the, parentheses, art, parentheses, out of parentheses, rat, and then back in parentheses, girl.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's how I wanted you to read it, but yes, Year of the Rat and Rat Girl. Reese from season 4, 69, Spoopy 420, Sean by Lawrence Ludes.
Yes. A montage of goth Nifyx staring out into the rain.
If this was a visual medium, we just have a whole episode of just that.
Yeah.
A non-horny gift for Austin, and a very horny one for the Goblin.
A werewolf with the Chinese New Year in his hand.
AAA Isaac, conduit of Linux, mascot Tux the Penguin.
Are you a fan of Tux the Penguin? I am.
I've never really used Linux, but I do enjoy penguins, and I also enjoy the strategy of putting 3 A's in front of your name so you go to the top of this
Also,
section.
Tux the Penguin, I don't know if this is what you meant, Isaac, but Tux is a penguin from Animal Crossing, and he's a big fan of himself.
He's also the mascot of Linux, as the name implies.
Oh.
Aaron Norgard.
I guess that makes sense, huh? Abigail Grace!
Adrian Y.
Aftershock.
Did you forget how to read because you were so excited about the voice?
Yeah, Aftershock, future chapter head of the Satanic Temple, Nebraska.
Agent Hedgepiggle.
Aggressively weeping and eating ramen.
Is that you?
Yeah.
AJ, conduit of North.
Aki Savalainen.
Alex Upra.
Andrew Birmingham.
2020, already a bad year for us speaking the English language. Andrew Fedgy, conduit of eyeballs in the fruitcake itself.
Nobody would know. They'd be like, this is that weird candied fruit. Anna.
Anna, conduit of procrastination.
Antonio, conduit of snacks.
Arachnivolt, new year, same plans for planetary spider conquest.
They do work harder than us. They deserve it.
Yeah, spiders are out there hustling.
Archduke Archibald, the huggable of cactus.
Ariadne, resolving vengeance on Theseus 2020. All right, Greek mythology deep cut. We like it here, Ariadne.
Arjan DeConnick.
Ash, the gayest bitch in the Midwest.
Hell yeah. Austin Korgsky, conduit of Best Boy itself.
Austin, new year, more Skeksis voice. Isaac, conduit of Gabble, Gabble, Gabble.
Becky. See, this is embarrassing because I talked to Becky. I don't know if it's Toothel or Toot Hill still.
I'm assuming she's British because all Laura's friends are, so just maybe roll it together in an accent.
Property of Janiac.
No, you have to try.
No.
They need the content.
You do it. You make the accent, bitch.
Becky, too ill property of Janiac.
BJ, conduit of miniature giant space hamsters. Why do I keep yelling?
I don't know. B-Ray Echo.
Before we continue, I gotta say, I got tiny slimy nips.
I think this is the first time you've got that one, because I'm always thinking about my nips every time we do this. Big challenges.
Big Time Getty Lee, member of Big Time Rush.
Blackstone Morgan. Hey, I know him. He's a good friend of mine. He's only a lit... And then it cuts off, but they're trying to pretend like they're our friend, which is fraud.
Blue, you don't know that. You don't know all my friends.
That's true.
Blue 6.
Bonus.
Or is it Bones?
I thought maybe we were going to get away with it once.
Nope. Brady, conduit of spooky, scary skeletons.
Bros, oh my lord.
Take that.
Brossolalia Catalia? No, hold on. I bet that's actually words, but I
just
can't.
keep going. It's fine.
Cute lady, Christmas candy, conduit of orchids. Is Christmas candy a specific, like candy canes?
I don't know.
Okay.
Reese's Peanut Butter Trees. Bro Jimbo!
Damn, that's a good name.
Bro Jimbo.
Bro Jimbo. Callum, hey, thanks for your excellent work. Turner.
Cameron Abbas.
Candice, listen to Dice Funk Starling.
Caradwin, conduit of crushing on Austin in a respectful, non-horny way.
The best gift you can give. Charlie Chalkley charitably chomped a chunky cheese of Chinese
You
chocolate.
said cheese instead of chunk.
Chunk. Was there no cheese in this entire thing? Did I hallucinate the word cheese?
Yes, you really did.
What the fuck? Chunk of Chinese chocolate.
Chloe the dog finds bone pile on her walk.
Christmas. Dog Christmas. Chris, conduit of bad decisions walling.
Christopher Charlow.
Coho Blast.
Cotton King. No, wait.
Nope.
That sounds like a villain in a thing. Colton King.
Conduit of cat beef.
Cordelia is a snake on a plane.
Oh my god.
Cordelia is a dude.
Have we not made Snake on a Plane? It's the whole
Nope,
season.
but we're gonna do it now.
We're stealing it. Corum has heard the phrase Barbie hive mind and cannot unhear it.
Counterfeit.
Cucumber.
Dandy Snuff.
Daniel Marsden, conduit of unnecessary consonants.
Daria, go freaking right.
Dawning Frost.
Deathworm Jim, rolling 2 crits for the new year.
Decibel.
Declan Sands.
Dennis Pancake Detlefson.
DM Tao, now I have to deal with player shenanigans.
Don Johnston.
Dorian, conduit of devotion.
Doro.
Dr. Isix.
Dragon Nexus.
Dylan and Rillin are dialing and riling the dog, listening on a lazy Sunday morning, also dishes.
Dylan, conduit of Goblin Pants.
Oh no, Evrange 2020, maybe this decade I'll be happy.
Hey, Ebron. Maybe not.
Come on, what's your problem?
You read ahead. You shouldn't have read ahead. You.
I didn't read ahead.
Einar J.
Ecorn.
Elder Dog.
The reason I was giggling because that was a relatable name. By the way, Elderly Goose, kind of doing the best I can in 2020.
Eleanor Nonante sees Periton, horned vampire lady with depression.
Aline!
Elizabeth Jackalope.
Elusive Lily.
Emma, happy holidays from me and Moose.
Moose is a whole moose. I've decided nobody can stop me. And Diego Vandane.
Erwin Lelagadek.
Fair Majesty Empress Quinn offers fair warmest Yuletide greetings.
Filmquisition.
Florian H.
Francois Arsenal.
Frank Sands.
For a sec, I misread this one. Furry scum infecting the credits prison.
Damn.
You know what? That's on me. Scum is a perfectly innocent word, and it should not be stigmatized. Scum is fine.
Gardner Minshew 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Ginger beers.
Grapefruit Juice.
Nope, that's another one. Graffiti, conduit of rhetorical solutions.
GSV _ lasting damage.
Halju.
Harley the Floral Lyricat.
Harry, Dice Funk, the best allies.
Hey guys, it's Ashley.
He's a good Brent, dogs.
His dick smaller than my toes. I'd rather ride Squidward nose. I need to listen to that song.
Just lowercase, not even capitalized. The name is Horny for Drama.
How do I make friend? Regards, conduit of social faux pas.
Ingmar Gremmen.
Oh shit, it's Janiac's birthday. Cash gratefully received for Lego and new whips.
I don't know why, but it took me a second to realize there weren't Lego whips. That's nothing.
Oh god!
There's no such thing as a
That's
Lego
torture.
whip. It's your boy H.P. Lovecraft back with the fish people.
JK.
Jaden.
James Neely.
Jaspel, New Year, Old Me.
J. Logan, conduit of queerness, mage of life.
Jayish, Wizard, the Wizard of J.
Jealous goddess cosplay.
Jen.
Jenny Colby.
Jess Fege, conduit of veggies.
Do you think her name is Veggie, like veggies, and you fucked it up again?
Using context clues and a kind of Return to the Obra Dinn style investigation, I have determined that's probably Jess Veggie. Fuck.
Jingle yams, jingle all the yams.
Joanna the Wrench Witch.
John Kerry, not that one.
John Potts.
John Barnett, conduit of pillows.
John, conduit of subpar joke names.
Josie, Vengeance Paladin rebooted, Avenger of Bigfoots.
Wait, did you kill Bigfoot?
I don't know. I don't think so. Somebody else could have. It's not always my fault.
It usually is.
Julian Phillips, conduit of Kaizen.
Just a jester.
Jesse, conduit of personal growth in 2020. I don't know what that voice is.
Caster UK.
Kate, conduit of holiday-themed regret.
Kiefer Lowe.
Kelladry wishes that she remembered to change her name in time for Dice F.
Yeah, sorry, we can't figure out what the F is supposed to be.
I don't know what the rest of that was.
Keller Automat.
Ken, conduit of finally writing this goddamn PhD dissertation.
Kenteroy.
Killer Cotton Shiznu.
Kiniku.
Shiznu.
Huh?
Shizno. I should Shiznu. I don't know, man.
Kiniku fan was accidentally horny this Xmas. Sorry, Austin. You know what? At least you're big enough to own up to it. We can all improve and not be horny in 2020.
God. Kitty Foe. Warm snoring burrito under your dresser, just out of reach.
Oh, that's kind of cute. It's just Corito Prime. Eater of bussy. Watch out, Austin. Why can't people just leave my bussy alone?
Christina, conduit of Nifyx needing a hug itself.
Where were you 3 arcs ago, Christina? Criterion, conduit of Smooth Mario.
I forgot about Smooth Mario. Kyle, president of the Drop Goodwood fan club.
Lady Misfit, Dino Fact. Many dinosaurs were good parents and nest builders.
I did learn that before.
That's a fun dino fact.
I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Laura! Wait.
What the fuck?
Larry Yelling Man.
Lars O'Nerth.
Lauren's mom's duck, conduit of Austin's dirty mind.
I don't. Oh, I did say furry scum in my. Yeah, you know what? In hindsight, you got me in this one. Lauren Cates eats Holly Kokrazog. Holly Fenton and Eric Coker in a bozog.
Ludovico Limited.
Luke Powers.
Luther, the conduit of a button quail and a pear tree.
MacLeod, conduit of perpetual haunt. MacLeod, we just talked about this.
Manticore, Death Lord.
You're really trying to stand up for all the horny people out there, huh?
The Cult of Gorfanax.
Master Zemnohort.
I'm not even that horny, but you're so rude. Matteo Zinake? I tried.
Math Tiger says there's a 43.47% chance that Moose is a human.
I think Math Tiger is Moose now.
Oh, fuck. The conspiracy deepens. Matt
Collier!
Oh, God. Matt Lackett is enjoying some sleep and games. Self-care is hard. But not as hard as the other people in these credits. They're so turgid.
Matthew, listen to Dice Funk and use Gum Schultz.
I just don't get enough chances to use the word turgid, honestly.
Stop it. Maximum side boob X. 2 turtle doves and a side boob and a parachute tree. Is that 5?
In a parachute?
10? Pear tree. What's X? In Roman numerals, I don't remember.
It's just they had 2 different things they wanted to put in there and they combined them.
Whatever. Mash conduit of screaming internally.
Mel Bent.
Mayor of Stone, conqueror of mountains, harbinger of glory, forerunner.
You were using the Cordelia voice.
I can do whatever I want. I'm a grown-up. Merry Flowers!
Merry Christmas to Paco, the coolest shark in Denmark.
Aw. Michael Hall!
Midlife stasis, conduit of inevitability.
Mike draws you in a checkered gingham dress and army boots. Thank you.
Miko from Finland.
Miles, conduit of passing from credits into a one-shot as an one-shot as an ocelot.
Modified Matthew. I just got an idea for a one-shot set in one shop. Hold on.
Shut up. Mr.
Holy shit.
Oh, I'm on that wild shit today. Mr. Willie Phoenix, Steven, Lesbian, Seagull, Pooh Bear, Shaker. Do I get that every time?
I've gotten it a couple times. Namita Aneskins, conduit of error.
Nathaniel Homan.
New Man Jack.
New Year, new Michael Minkler.
New Year, new titties for my dog?
New Year, new Dice Goblin.
Hold on, we're just going to skip over that? What is that?
We don't need to address it.
Okay. New Year, same otter.
Nicholas Dominic.
The otters are perfect. They don't need to change.
Yeah.
Nick
Thetford, conduit of face sitting. Oh my.
Nick. No one's listening to me. Everyone's coming after my pussy. There's no way to contain the horniness.
Nick Thetford, conduit of face. Wait.
Nicole Woodruff. Come on.
Nipple Rat's belly dancing to the milkshake song?
That one's on us. We did come up with nipple rats. I can't blame this person. Not so transient needs a new profile name, passerby.
Not a doctor, Stuart Gray.
Pae Rob Sherg.
Pangolin.
Patrick Babcock.
Patrick Williams.
Please check my webcomic, ruinousfortune.com.
Do it. Pocket Sundial.
Do it. Preston Bowers, do it.
Brett Holcomb.
Do it. Puck, Conduit trying so hard that you ruin it. But festive, do it.
Vampire Psychotic got plump chunk.
Do it. That's probably
stop.
already old, but I love doing it. I love
Yes,
doing
read
it.
that one.
Quantum materia, marmot. It's not. I mean, I bet it means something in French, but it's just
Quantum materia, marmota monax materiam pos.
Ooh, look at me! I know how to speak words and languages.
Rain falls oh, that's a good cut. Rain falls mainly on the plain, Zucus. The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain. Okay.
Razumi Azura.
Remsiv.
Robert Chisholm, conduit of not achieving my New Year's resolution. It's been 2 days. Was it not to jack it and you jacked it?
Robert Tuthill.
S. Kearney, Goblin of the Year 2019. Damn, that was a fierce competition too, so congratulations.
Salad Child.
Sean Lyons Burke, conduit of New Year, new credits name.
Simmons
Kermlerp.
Simmons, conduit of harder slatty.
Sergeant Rattlebones, another year of skeleton warfare.
Will it ever end? Shane Sedgwick.
Shane Ware, conduit of hedonistic pansexual polyamorous switches.
Simon Lee, conduit of Jonathan Off-Road Rules, lovely Chungus.
We need to leave Jonathan off road rules alone. The man suffers so much. Sin Milk Tom.
Cinnamon, conduit of good vibes.
Sir Octopus, conduit of chivalrous cephalopods.
Something username.
Damn, really knocked it out of the park this year. Sovereign, conduit of making up for bad dads.
Spaghetto cut out caffeine and can now feel tired again.
Good luck, Spaghetto. It's tough out there. Spinell did nothing wrong.
I don't know. Sporeman 0.
Stefan Lund votes for fedora-clad I don't know what that word is. Verun that's a big bad evil, BBE, on Dice Funk next season.
Did you just roll the R on that?
Which one?
Verun.
Verun. I don't know. I bet it's
you know what you're doing?
What?
I know, I'm just ripping you. I'm killing you right now with words.
Everyone, 2020, be nice to Austin.
Oh, Steven Martinez, protector of Austin's pussy.
Get in here, Steven.
Don't get in there. How can you protect it if he's
Not in the pussy, in here into the fight.
We're losing the plot. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
Sydney Marzing.
Tabitha Spokes.
Tales of Inquiry.
Terraflops.
Terezi Pyrope. Is it Pyrope? Pyrope.
Pyrope.
Transing June Egbert.
Thanks, Austin. Great show.
Oh, I thought you were thanking me for the pronunciation. I was like, I know that's a Homestuck thing, but I didn't. Okay. The murderous mongoose who's secretly standing behind you.
The Precursor.
Toby Gleason Stack.
Tom Bowers.
Trees, they are us.
Trevor S. the Goblin Teacher.
Shyness.
Universal Toby.
Victoria Melito, conduit of quietness.
William Vinky or Wiljan Vinky. Let me know later.
Wise Guru, we will forget, Vinky.
Zephosaurus.
Zoltar, the Viking death metal caterpillar, conduit of retribution. Do it.
Hell yeah!
Do
Hell
it.
yeah! Under 30 minutes, we did it.
It's a world record.
Speed run!
Yep. So remember, patreon.com/Austin Yorski is how you get on that list. Patreon.com/Laura K. Buzz is how you support her.
Weekly manga recap.
Weekly manga recap is him and him. You know him. Patreon.com/of horse is Conrad. Lauren, where are you?
Lauren. Rargalicious. RAWRGLICIOUS. Just click the link. Austin will give it to you.
Yeah, links are all in the description. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate everything. And I also want to thank everybody for real, non-bussy related thought announcement. A non-bussy related announcement. I want to say big thanks to everybody who supported us in 2019.
Oh yes.
And we're happy to have you here for the new year. If you follow the show, you probably already know, but people listening 15 years from now when we're an international smash sensation, I had to go on Twitter and beg for someone in my family not to die. So that's a fun thing about doing this show, and that set me back like 2 months of Patreon. So it's been tough out there, and I just want to say...
Help in Austin, I'm moving, help a me.
Mm-hmm.
Laura's Laura, help a Laura.
Yeah, we all need it. But literally, if your name is on that list, you saved a human life. So you can feel
Yeah.
pretty good about that. That's a literal thing that happened last
You feed
month.
Austin lettuce.
And also my lettuce budget is out of control.
You're an absolute lettuce addict, you madman.
Are we going to end on that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You ready?